Hey there guys, what is going on? Today I wanted to talk to you about something a little bit different here in Cold War. Now, I know many of you are wondering what the best field upgrade is, and we've mentioned it in a couple of videos already, but the best field upgrade in the game, in my opinion, is basically the Mini Advanced UAV. The Mini Advanced UAV, you say that's not an option. Well, we are talking about the field upgrade here, of course, today. The field upgrade is one of the most broken pieces of equipment we've ever had in Call of Duty. I remember in Modern Warfare 3, I think it was, we had those portable radars which you could chuck around, and basically it was a mini UAV for a certain area. And this functions very, very similarly to that. You basically put down this little box that you work towards after charging up your sort of field upgrade meter. You put it down somewhere and it covers your flank. It tells you in real time where people are moving around in that area. I think it is reduced by Ninja. I think the effect is sort of lessened a little bit by Ninja. But I mean, it shows exactly where people are moving, and it is absolutely broken in this game. It's so powerful. So if you aren't running this particular field upgrade, make sure you switch over to it because it is so super strong. Just before we do get into a more in-depth look and more detailed talking about the fantastic field upgrade that is, of course, the field microphone, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. It really does help me out, letting me know that you guys are enjoying the content. But about 80% of you guys watching this video right now are not subscribed, so do me a favor and go hit that subscribe button. We are looking for about 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That would be my ultimate goal. Anyway, let's just jump straight into our more in-depth talk here about the field upgrade, where to place it, how to get around the map, and make the most use of it here. So if we do actually want to make the most use of our field microphone, which as you can see here, listening device that highlights enemy sounds on your minimap, that includes footsteps and stuff like that. That's how it gives a real-time impression of where people are on the map. Of course, as I said, this can be covered up by Ninja, which is a little bit of a counter, but I think it only sort of halves the noise. It doesn't actually reduce it completely, so that is kind of interesting. As for the actual size, it covers a fairly large area. It did used to be larger in the beta. They did reduce the actual size that it costs, and I think they made it take longer to recharge, but that's not too much of an issue. We can really get around that, basically, by staying alive for very long, getting loads of kills, and sort of increasing our score to have more field microphones around. Now, a little tip that we can go with here is, of course, Gearhead, the perk in the perk 2 slot. This reduces your field upgrade cooldown, and you can store up to 2 field upgrade charges, meaning you can store 2 field microphones on you at any one time if you are running Gearhead, which is of course very cool, meaning we can have sort of a very large area that is covered by field microphones. But I mean, you just put a field microphone down and you can see exactly where people are moving. You can watch your flank by just looking at the minimap every few seconds. Is there anybody on the red dot? Well, no, and then we move on. So it is a very powerful option in this game here. Alrighty, so we've finally got our field microphone here, and let me put it down. You can see that little area that it does cover here. Now, it does give essentially a real-time sort of UAV style effect, essentially showing exactly where people are if they do move into this little zone. Like you see the red dot comes up there. You can basically just see every single person that does walk into this little circle here, which we've not put it in the best spot right now because I think the spawns are about to flip, but I mean, the principle is essentially the same. Like, all you want to do is just play around this particular area. Like, wherever you put it, you will be able to see people walking into it. Of course, can get blown up and stuff like that. But you can see this guy just walks into our area and he dies. And that's as simple as that, really. Like, of course, countering this with the counter spy plane and stuff like that is, of course, very possible. That's a very good option. It does help counter that. It makes it a little bit worse in terms of, like, actual utility because, I mean, you can't use it at that point. But I mean, if you are playing around your little field microphone, it does take a while to get it if you aren't playing the objective. So make sure if you do want to make most use of your field upgrades and stuff like that, you are playing the objective because I think it is based on score. So the more score you get, the more opportunity you have for that style of like field upgrade setup. But I mean, you could put one of the field microphones here, and it would control the area that you see around me. People would be walking into it all the time. You would see it very easily. But I mean, the bots aren't doing a very good job right now because they just aren't walking into it. I'm trying to get them over here to show you what it actually does, but it's kind of difficult on just TDM because, I mean, the spawns are kind of inconsistent. It flips all the time, and they aren't walking into me, and it's hard to get more field upgrades, so. The most important thing to know is to put your field microphone in high movement areas, so high traffic areas like this, sort of off to the flanks and stuff like that. This in particular is a very good spot on this map, sticking it in here. I mean, this does get grenaded a lot, but putting it in here does cover that little back area of the desert, so you can see it there. But somebody is in it right now, and we can get a nice easy kill on him because, I mean, he just walks into it and we get 100% detail of what he's doing, where he's going, how fast he's moving. We can just see him in real time, which is absolutely hilarious. Alright, there's more people in it right now. We see him on the minimap. Come in there. There's another guy over the back there. We'll chuck a frag. Okay, that's fine. Chuck a frag at him because I knew exactly where he was. And they blew up my field microphone. Also, a little tip here. If you do see any little equipment on the ground or anything like that, you see a SAM turret, you see a field microphone, you see the one that snipes explosives and stuff like that, make sure you destroy it. It's easy score. You get 100 and I think you get 100 or 50 score depending on what you actually destroy. And essentially, you just get free score for it. And it helps your team massively because there aren't going to be those little points on the map where you have an advanced UAV against you, which is absolutely nuts. Like, if you see any pieces of equipment running around, make sure you destroy them. It is very, very important for your team. So this is the spot I was talking about here. If we do stick it in this particular spot here, you can see on the minimap how much of it covers. And if people do move around on that flank there, you can easily spot them and just take them out very, very easily here. So hopefully we do have a very good idea of what the actual sort of field microphone does. The area used to be a lot bigger, which is absolutely hilarious. They did make it a little bit worse as a result of being how powerful it was in the beta, but I mean, Engineer is also a very, very good counter to these things as well, because you can see enemy ones through the mini-maps, or not the mini-maps, but like you can see it through walls and stuff like that, so it makes it very, very easy for you to take them out. And it's very, very important that if you do have Engineer, you are sort of moving around and finding where these particular things are and taking them out as quickly as possible. Another way to counter this is, of course, with the counter spy plane. Making the enemy's minimap unusable for a certain period of time is also a very, very good counter to this style of sort of moving around and seeing people on your field microphone and stuff like that. And then as well, something like Ninja as well does sort of help counter it as well. Ninja does reduce the effect that it does have. Sprint around more quietly, resistant to field microphone when sprinting. You will of course be seen if you are just walking around, but if you are sprinting, you will be a little bit more resistant to it. I'm not sure 100% exactly how that effect works, but it's very, very important that if you do see a field microphone with the Engineer perk equipped, that you try your best to destroy it. They can be blown up by one bullet, any grenade. Like, you just chuck a frag up there and it'll blow it up super easily. You can use your C4 on that. Most people sit very, very close to them. So if you do chuck a C4 expecting to kill someone, you might end up getting their field upgrade as well. Their field microphone is a very, very important piece of equipment to take out. So make sure you are looking at doing that. But the field microphone, basically just getting a mini advanced UAV in a certain area. Plus you can have 2, 3 down at the same time if the enemies aren't destroying them. Also, a jammer is also a good idea to have sometimes. If one of your teammates is running a jammer, it does help sort of disable those enemy field upgrades, which is very, very important. But I mean, the field upgrade, the field microphone is just such a powerful option in the game right now. You put it in the right spot, it is unkillable, and you get such good information, and you can just sort of kill people so very easily. You can just kill them before they even know that you're there, which is very, very powerful in this game. Anyway, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this one. If you did, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I do very much appreciate it, and it does very much help me out. We are, of course, looking towards 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I know about 80% of you guys watching this video are not subscribed, so do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. Thank you very much for sticking through to this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!